Before we begin, a few important words. This recording is intended for relaxation, personal development, and general well-being. It is not therapy, it is not medical treatment, and it is not a substitute for professional care from a licensed healthcare provider. No specific results are promised or guaranteed. Every person's experience is unique, and what you take from this session is entirely your own. If you are dealing with a medical condition, a mental health concern, or are currently receiving treatment of any kind, please continue to work with your healthcare provider. This recording is meant to complement your well-being, never to replace professional guidance. Hypnosis recordings, while effective for many people, are not a replacement for working one-on-one with a trained and highly skilled clinical hypnotherapist. If you are dealing with a specific issue and would like personalized help, I invite you to visit phobiafree.life and schedule a free consultation with a certified clinical hypnotherapist. Before we begin, this recording contains hypnosis. Please do not listen to this while driving, operating machinery, or doing anything that requires your full attention. Find a quiet, comfortable place where you can simply relax, undisturbed, for the duration of this session. If at any time you need to be fully alert, you can simply open your eyes, take a deep breath, and return to full waking awareness immediately. Find yourself in a comfortable position now. And you don't need to do anything in particular, just allow your body to settle the way it naturally wants to when given permission to simply be still. You might notice the weight of your body against whatever is supporting you right now. And isn't it interesting how you never really noticed that support before, and yet it was always there? Your eyes can remain open, or they may find their own way to close, and some people find their eyes closing almost before they expect them to, and that's perfectly fine, because your unconscious mind always knows exactly what it needs. With each breath you take, you don't even have to try to relax, because relaxation isn't something you do, it's something you allow, and your body already knows how. Perhaps you notice a gentle heaviness beginning in your shoulders, or maybe it starts somewhere else entirely. It doesn't matter where it begins, only that it spreads slowly, naturally, the way warmth spreads through your hands on a cold day, without any effort at all. And as that comfortable feeling continues to deepen, your mind may begin to drift a little, the way it does in those moments just before sleep, when thoughts become softer, less urgent, more like clouds passing than anything requiring your attention. You don't need to follow every word I say. In fact, your unconscious mind is already doing exactly what it needs to do, and your conscious mind is welcome to rest. With every breath out, just a little more comfortable, a little more settled, a little more yours. And when you're ready, we can go somewhere quite wonderful together. I want to share something with you that's both very simple and very powerful. You are always attracting, right now, every moment of every day, not through magic, through attention. Whatever you focus on, you get more of. Not because the universe is reading your mind, but because your mind is filtering reality based on what you're focused on. Here's what I mean. Have you ever bought a car, a specific model, and suddenly you see that car everywhere, on every highway, in every parking lot. Those cars were always there. You just weren't tuned to them. The moment you bought one, your brain updated its filter, and suddenly they became visible. Attraction works the same way. When you're focused on what you lack, your brain filters for evidence of lack, and it finds it everywhere. When you're focused on what you want, on the feeling of already having it, your brain filters for evidence of that instead. Same world, different filter, different results. So tonight, we're going to tune your filter. First, I need you to get clear on something. What do you want? Not the thing, the feeling. Because behind every goal, every wish, every desire, there's a feeling you're actually after. The person who wants $1 million doesn't really want paper and numbers. They want what they believe $1 million would give them. Maybe freedom, maybe security, maybe respect, maybe adventure, maybe just the feeling of not worrying anymore. So what's your feeling? If everything you wanted showed up tomorrow, what would you actually feel? Don't rush past this. It matters. Because the feeling is the signal. The feeling is the frequency. The feeling is what tunes the filter. And now, think of a time when you actually felt that way. Maybe it was a time when something you wanted came to you easily, almost as if it was meant to happen. You didn't force it. You didn't struggle for it. It just arrived. And you felt that click, that alignment, that sense of, yes, this is right. This is exactly what was supposed to happen. Or maybe it was a time when you were so completely in the flow of your life that everything seemed to work. Green lights everywhere. Right person at the right time. Ideas coming faster than you could write them down, as if you'd stepped into a current that was carrying you exactly where you needed to go. Or maybe it was quieter than that. Maybe it was a moment of pure gratitude, looking around at your life and thinking, actually, this is pretty good. Not perfect, but good. And in that moment of appreciation, more good things seem to appear, as if gratitude itself was a magnet. Or your own moment, your own feeling. Find it, and let it come back into your body now. Feel what alignment feels like, what flow feels like, what it feels like when you and your life are moving in the same direction instead of fighting each other. And notice what happens. There's a warmth, an openness, a feeling of yes, as if your whole body is saying this, more of this. Let it grow. Let it amplify. Let it fill you the way music fills a room, not because you're pushing it into every corner, but because that's what music does. It expands to fill whatever space is available, and the more space you give this feeling, the more it fills. Good. Now, here's the part that changes things. Most people think attraction is about wanting something hard enough, visualizing it, affirming it, demanding it from the universe. But that's actually the opposite of how it works, because wanting something hard enough keeps you focused on the gap between where you are and where you want to be. And that gap, that feeling of not having it yet, is the signal you're sending out, not the thing you want, the absence of it. Real attraction happens when you stop wanting and start feeling. When you stop focusing on what's missing and start living in the feeling of it already being here. Not pretending, not faking, just finding the feeling now, the way you just did a moment ago. You found the feeling of alignment without anything in your external world changing, which means the feeling doesn't depend on the thing. The feeling is available to you right now, anytime. And when you're living in the feeling, when your filter is tuned to it, you start to notice things, opportunities, connections, ideas, coincidences that don't feel like coincidences, doors that seem to open just as you walk toward them. Not magic, attention. Your brain is filtering for evidence of what you're focused on. And when you're focused on the feeling of abundance or success or love or whatever your word is, your brain starts highlighting everything in your environment that matches that frequency. And those highlighted things, the opportunities, the connections, the ideas, those are what actually change your life, not the visualization, not the affirmation, the action you take on what you notice. Attraction opens your eyes. You still have to walk through the door. And that feeling, amplify it again now. Double it. Let it become so strong that it feels like a broadcast, like a signal you're sending out in every direction, not desperately, confidently. The way a lighthouse doesn't chase ships, it just shines, and the ships that are meant to find it do. And you might try, right now, to focus on what's missing, on what you don't have yet, on the gap. And notice how the feeling you're having right now makes that almost impossible. Because when you're this full of whatever your word is, there is no gap. The feeling is here, and the feeling was always the point. The things are just how the feeling shows up in the physical world. Now, imagine your life from here. Not a specific outcome, just the texture of it, the quality. Imagine waking up each day already tuned to this frequency, already filtering for evidence of what you want, and finding it, not because you forced it, but because you became the kind of person who notices it. And things start to shift, slowly at first, then faster, like a snowball, each small alignment leading to a bigger one, each noticed opportunity leading to the next, until you look back and realize something changed. Not the world, you, the way you see, the way you feel, the way you move through your own life. And it started right here, in this moment, with a feeling you chose to find. And now, in a moment, I'm going to count from 1 to 5. And you can choose. Open your eyes, tuned, aligned, and ready to notice what the universe has been trying to show you, or drift into sleep, your unconscious mind working through the night, tuning the filter, opening pathways, preparing you for what's coming. Whatever you choose is exactly right. 1. Awareness shifting, the frequency holds. The signal is strong. 2. Your filter is tuned. Your eyes are open, even if they're closed. 3. Coming up or going deeper, the alignment stays. 4. Almost there, tuned, open, ready, magnetic. 5. Eyes opening, clear, aligned, and attracting, or eyes staying closed, the signal broadcasting all night. drawing everything you need toward you effortlessly. Whichever you chose, you are tuned, and what's meant for you is already on its way.